Hey gamers, Pokémon Legends is out today, and with it is a brand new Pokémon experience for all of us to enjoy on the Nintendo Switch. There are a ton of new features in Pokémon Legends which you will need to know about throughout the game. So I'm going to go over 8 of these that I found really interesting that I discovered whilst playing myself. So let's check these out. Just a quick shout out to my friend Dean as well, who helped get me some of this footage. I'll link his Instagram down in the description. In at number 1, we have the balloon minigame, which you can play whilst you're riding on a reindeer. I really like this, it's super fun, and I love the fact that they've introduced all kinds of different mini-games. I'm sure there are other ones you can enjoy throughout the game. I haven't made it too far yet, and I'm sure that people already know about lots of other ones, but I personally think this one's really interesting, so definitely check out the mini-games when you can. I think you'll like this balloon one in particular. In at number 2, Pokemon can use status effects on you. We're all used to Pokemon using status effects in the games which affect our Pokemon in various ways, like putting them to sleep and freezing them and such, but now Pokemon can actually do this to you, and as you could see in this clip, a Pokemon put the character to sleep. This is really fascinating to me, and I'm glad that they've made it so that the human character has actual consequences in the world, as let's be honest, if you were facing up to all these Pokemon, bad things would likely happen to you, and of course this definitely isn't the worst thing that can happen, since you can, of course, completely pass out yourself. In at number 3, you can send out multiple Pokemon at once to do different things at points in the game. I really like this, it's super cool to see multiple Pokemon coming out of their Pokeballs at once. Throughout most of the game, it really does feel like you'll mostly be using one Pokemon to gather resources for you, but it's cool that at points you can actually use multiple Pokemon to do the jobs for you. I really like that. In at number 4, you can change your moves at will. Now this is a really fantastic piece of quality of life that is going to help so many trainers. I love the fact that you can just switch around your moves so freely. It makes things feel so much more convenient, and it allows you to try out a lot of different things. I personally have actually been using moves that I probably wouldn't have used if I was kind of more limited with how I could select them. So this definitely is a really dynamic new feature which I think is going to allow people to battle in different ways. I definitely think that you should make use of this throughout the game. You never know when different moves might come in handy for different reasons and battles and such. So yeah, definitely a really useful feature. In at number 5, we have the pastures. Now, pastures are, of course, this game's old-fashioned version of the PC boxes. I really like these because it reminds me of the old Pokemon Ranch game. I find it such a cool throwback to that, and I love the fact that you can just see all your Pokemon out there, when usually they're just kind of be tucked away in the PC boxes, which almost does feel a little bit cruel, honestly. I love the fact that this game really has a strong emphasis on the freedom of Pokemon and them just kind of wandering around. Of course, you still capture them, that's a core part of Pokemon gameplay, but I really like the fact that you can just see them out in the open in this ranch, and they really get to just chill and have a lot of fun. You're typically probably going to see a lot of the same Pokemon in here because, you know, the game does really have you catching a lot of the same Pokemon over and over again, but in some ways that's even cooler because usually a lot of us, we might just keep one of the same Pokemon in our PC boxes and that's it. So now there's a much wider variety of Pokemon with different purposes. In at number 6, the security core can teach you moves. I really like this. You can pay some money to get moves taught to your Pokemon and of course do other types of training with them, but this is the one that I want to highlight because you may find your Pokemon can learn some really special moves in here. I looked through mine and discovered moves that I didn't know my Pokemon could actually have, so I was really happy to discover this and see just what kinds of new moves my Pokemon could learn. Paired with the ability to change the moves at will, you're definitely going to have a fantastic time with these. In at number 7, we have the ability to actually upgrade your inventory. You can speak to this guy after progressing a little bit in the game, and he will let you upgrade your inventory by giving him some money. I love the fact that you can pay people to do all kinds of different services for you in this game. Of course, we have all the shops in the previous Pokemon games, but it's just nice and simple to give them a few hundred Poke Coins and say, you know what, give me this upgrade. I really like that fact. In past Pokemon games, you would have probably had to given him a heart scale or something like that, and who knows, you may need to trade items more like that later on in the game. Again, I haven't progressed that far, but it is still nice that you can just use your money to do this because obviously you do end up getting a lot of it when you go through all the different missions in the game and catch lots of different Pokemon for your Pokédex. In at number 8, we have farming. Now this one definitely surprised me quite a bit that you can actually do farming in this game. Now technically it isn't you doing it, you just pay a guy to do it like some of the other items on this list, but I find it really cool that they included this and it makes a lot of sense given the game's historical context. Farming would of course be a big part of the world, And it's interesting because the farm won't always go well for you. Sometimes the farmers will give you sort of dud items rather than the ones you would want. Just like a realistic farm, not every harvest is going to go well, and I really like that. So these were 8 really cool Pokemon Legends features that you should know about. I really hope you enjoyed learning about these, and make sure to share features that you've discovered down in the comments section below. I will warn that the comments section potentially could have spoilers for the game in it, so keep that in mind. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and turn on those notifications for more Pokemon Legends content. And don't forget to enter into our giveaway for a Nintendo Switch OLED, which is linked in the description.